We brought some really good teams in here in the 11 years I've been here, and I think we have a team that went to the national championship, and we didn't win it, but we were in the national championship, and then 3 times we won a Big Ten championship, either in regular season or in the tournament, and I think we've only had 1 close game here. So it was, I mean, Iowa beat us every time, and today we couldn't miss. We did a great job. Our bench really was solid today, and really helped us because Mo and Duncan did not have what they just didn't have some of the things. They're just got to keep working, and got Duncan playing out of position as it is. So our bench came in and just did a great job, and that may have been the difference in the past as well. So I really like the Iowa team. I think they're going to be very good. They're very young, and they're getting Tyler Cook and he's just an extraordinary talent. And we thought the key was he may get some points, but Bohannon was really a key. That he shot the ball well, but he is a really good Big Ten point guard, and Xavier Simpson did a great job on him. So really pleased to get the win because it just hasn't happened very often. Fran is one of the best coaches in the country, let alone in this league, and to get a win anytime over one of his coach teams is really a great thing for us.
Questions for Coach, please.
Coach Xavier Simpson had 15 points and 7 assists after a game against Jacksonville when the point guards were really quiet. Yeah. What do you think was the difference today?
You know, we got after him a little bit after Jacksonville. He didn't guard his man. Nobody played well against Jacksonville, so we just challenged him. You know, we challenged him to go out and he's got to play better. He's that type of guy. He's got to go out and bring it every single night. And defensively, he's cleaned up a lot of things. He used to foul a lot. He's really doing some great things, and then he works in the gym so much that he nailed those early threes that we need to have. I mean, we really shot the ball well, and we missed some of those shots. I might have a different story to tell right now, but we really played extraordinarily well as far as shooting the ball.
John, beyond Isaiah's scoring tonight, the other stuff that he's doing, what does that do for him in terms of enhancing his role? Yeah.
I mean, we all know Duncan Robinson he's a mismatch 4 that we don't have another answer right now, right? DJ Wilson was the answer this year, and he's not here. So Isaiah, when you're going, I just told the radio show, Isaiah Livers is going from, it's like saying, hey, listen, you are a first baseman when you're a center in high school, and now you got to play the 4 position in this league or anywhere. Say, oh, why don't you go play shortstop now? Right? It's a whole different thing, and it takes time to learn it. So he did a great job on Cook, right? We can mismatch and go, okay, like a team like this, the 4s and the 5s can trade who guards each other. That's hard for Duncan to guard some of those guys. So Duncan's been filling in right there. Isaiah should be playing more in the future, right? He's been working on that jump shot. His numbers are good in practice. He hasn't done it in games. Maybe this is a breakthrough.
Speaking of practice, he said earlier this year that he feels like he's on a quest every day in practice. I found it an odd thing to say, but what kind of practice player is he, and what do you see him bringing?
Well, for the most part, he's a typical guy coming out of high school that thinks he's practicing hard and he's not. And then over time, when he sees himself run the floor and it takes him 7 seconds to get the other player, the video doesn't lie. So he's now learning about competing, breaking a sweat, really getting into it, like most freshmen. He's not unusual here. So he's been able to get away with his athleticism, right? Everybody here. I mean, that show by Tyler Cook today is unbelievable. So he has that type of athleticism. Like two times he could have. Tyler might have done the same thing last time. Is laid it in. He could dunk like that. He's just got to get that. He's just got to keep going. But that was a big thing for him to be able. That was a tough mismatch for Duncan to be guarding him when they have Pencil in the game at the same time.
John, you guys hit, I think, 8 out of your first 11 three-pointers.
Yeah.
It seemed like your ball movement was really good and finding the open guy. Was that?
Well, you know, it started out where the first, just like we were in the Jacksonville game, we turned it over like 4 of the first 5 times. You know, we're only turning over 9 times a game, and we're on a course for, what would that be, like 40 turnovers in the game? And so once we only had 5 the rest of the game. So if we could find that open guy, and we like having 5 shooters out there. And Teskey's, where he's not a three-point guy yet, he can shoot it, and that really helps when you have a 5-man that can shoot it.
Coach, back to Xavier, not just the shooting, but just moving the ball, things like that offensively. Is this sort of what you envision from the point guard spot?
That's what point guards do, right? I mean, and when you go from a scoring point guard in high school to, it's going to be tough for a lot of the smaller guards to score at this level, so you got to find the open man. Your timing has to be really good at it. And it's another football analogy when you're changing the type of style that you're going to see, and the linebackers are quicker. All these people are. You got to morph your game and change it. And he's been working at it. It's been tough, right? But I said, I told him and Eli and Jerron, I said, Jerron wouldn't have known. But and actually, no. Do you remember how tough I was on Derek Walton last year? I mean, that is an important position, and he's got more opportunities to get assists. So when he blows an assist, you know, that's somebody else might only have one opportunity for an assist in a game. When he blows an assist, right? That we don't want that to happen. We want him to see the floor better, and he did that today.
John, what do you credit to as far as getting all the open looks you had?
I think that we've really worked at finding the open man. The ball, if you would have saw us early in the year, the ball was sticky. The ball stuck again. Mo stuck the ball the first time, then he stuck it and he turned it over. The ball can't stick. We got to move the ball against teams like Fran that they're always pressing, they're always changing defenses. You got to be in attack mode and find the next open man quickly. And then obviously you got to make shots, which we did today.
Coach, there was a point in the second half, I think, that Iowa closed the lead to 6, and you called a timeout. Was there anything in
Did
particular?
it get to 6? Or was it 8? 7?
I was watching.
Okay, it was 7.
I think you called a timeout. Was there anything particular you said in the huddle to, get the run that you?
I think the play we ran did not work, but then Isaiah broke it down and made a little layup here that made a big difference. No, it was just the difference where they got to it. They made 2 high-low plays and got it down to 7. Mo had just missed a point-blank layup,